This is Nevada Newsmakers.
Welcome back to Nevada Newsmakers. It's pundit panel time. I've got Ty Cobb with me this morning, former special assistant to President Reagan. I've got Greg Crawford, managing partner, Sierra Wealth Management, and a new addition to our pundit panel, Tom Powell, CEO of ELP Capital. Welcome, all of you. Ty, your impressions and your thoughts after hearing Dr. O'Driscoll talk.
Well, two things come to mind. I think it's ironic that at a time when President Obama is in Korea at the G20, when he's trying to rectify the trade imbalance, this QE2 is going to do nothing but create additional funds for consumer purchases. We're not going to go out and buy a road or a bridge, which we really need. We're going to buy Japanese or Chinese electronics. The second thing that really struck me, after years of criticizing the Europeans for their spending on welfare and inflationary attitudes, it's now the Germans and Merkel and the British with Cameron and Sarkozy and France are saying, wait a minute, the United States is going off in a risky direction. It needs to go on a path of austerity. What a switch.
Little ironic. Okay, let's bring it down to the street level again, because that's where we live. Greg, let's say we do see inflation, we do see ill effects, or some kind of survival mechanism is necessary for the consumer.
Sure, and we get this question from clients all the time. What does all this global activity mean to us? I mean, there are a few things that individuals can do to try to get through this period. First off, if you can refinance your mortgage, if you can qualify, mortgage rates remain very close to historic lows. Oftentimes people can move from a 30 to 15-year mortgage without seeing any change in their monthly expenditures. A lot of people have done that already. A lot of people don't qualify because of the tightened lending standards, but it's still an opportunity for some people. People need to look at their portfolios. Do you have the proper level of international exposure? If the dollar continues to weaken, international investments are a very important component to have. Don't get complacent with your bond portfolio. Tighten up the duration. You don't want to be sitting on what you consider to be safe investments that blow up on you if inflation takes off. It's a big risk that we see in a lot of portfolios. And lastly, if you're considering a vacation, perhaps to the Eurozone, you know, Ireland, Italy, those sorts of places, you might want a vacation domestically this year, because that pint of Guinness in Dublin is going to cost you $6 or $7. Yep.
All right, Tom, bringing it home to Nevada, I was at the Economic Forum on Friday. We had Moody's come in and give the national forecast as it relates to Nevada. So I wanted to, they are cheerleaders for quantitative easing. They are rather bullish on the prospects for a national recovery. Quantitative easing is part of the package of conditions that they see as spurring that recovery, and they are therefore bullish on the, I hate to say trickle down or rush in effect to Nevada.
Well, I think Greg makes an interesting final comment on there about vacationing locally. And obviously, tourism for Nevada is a big piece of what our immediate economic model can be. The bigger challenge for Northern Nevada specifically is the lack of capital that is in our marketplace. I mean, the pump is essentially dry as we go to the well, and you're not going to see institutional or bank financing hit anything that will cause asset values here to recover and actually then business investment to start coming into our area until we see capital coming in. So ideally what will happen with that easing will be a look for more risky investments than just outside of core models, because they'll be chasing yields, and Northern Nevada may fit well within that model for business investment.
Nevada as a whole? Nevada
as a whole, Vegas is a different model economically in business, and Northern Nevada is much more of a tertiary market, a smaller market. Capital's much slower to get to this area.
All right, so if it works, Nevada could be a beneficiary.
Nevada could very much be a beneficiary.
All right, let's move to the political very quickly. We have about a minute and a half, so a brief comment from each of you. I did see this interview with David Stockman that I referenced to Dr. O'Driscoll. And he said the message that the Fed is sending to Congress is, hey, money's free. There's no cost for incurring debt.
Yeah,
is money free?
Gloria Stockman, who I knew from the Reagan administration, shortly after he got taken to the woodshed. But he's right here. We're spending right now 37 cents on every dollar for interest. Our debt this year is going to be 1.4 trillion compounded over time. We're now over 12, 13 trillion dollars. At some point, that's going to have to be called in, and we're going to have to face the fact that we just can't continue to print money that we assume China or the Eurozone is going to buy.
But in the meantime, money's free.
Money is free or close to free. I mean, the rates that the U.S. government is paying right now to borrow money are quite low, and you do get the argument, why not do it? The problem is things can spiral out of control very quickly, and you don't get an early sort of warning system as to when our friendly countries are going to stop lending us money.
All right, is money free to Congress? This is a wealth effect, right? Congress is feeling the wealth effect.
This is exactly like the furniture stores would go out there and say no payments for the next 24 months, no interest for the next 24 months, and what they're really selling are overpriced goods and materials, and that does not bode well for the country in a long mode.
All right, wrapping it up with the pundits on Nevada Newsmakers. By the way, we did cover the Economic Forum. If you would like to read about it, go to www.nevadanewschannel.com. That's a new news endeavor here for Nevada Newsmakers. We did focus on the Moody's forecast. It was rosy. Back in a moment on Nevada Newsmakers.
Welcome to the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, the crossroads of Western States distribution. From here at the USA Parkway Interchange, drivers can reach most locations in the Western region in 1 day or less. TRI also provides rail service on Union Pacific Rail Main Line and from the Burlington Northern Santa Fe rail companies. And with only a 15-minute drive to the Reno-Tahoe International Airport, this makes TRI the crossroads of Western States distribution. The Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, building economic prosperity for Nevadans.